What up? And welcome back to my channel. And today we're making another mac and cheese recipe, guys. Okay, this was for Thanksgiving, but we're gonna call it a holiday side because you can do mac and cheese anytime. Okay, so make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. We're gonna get into it. So these are all my cheeses. We're gonna shred those up. Okay, we're gonna shred those up. Now, since this was Thanksgiving time, this was the only noodle I could find. There was no elbows. There was no tiny, whatever that is, there was none. So I had to use what I could, and this was the one that looked good to me. Okay, so that was my cheese shredded up. I went ahead and added some sour cream to my boiled noodles. Okay, only thing I do recommend in this moment is do this right after you drain the noodles. Okay, like right after you drain them, put them in the bowl, because I had let them sit because I was doing a lot, because I do work a full time. I work and do content, so this is not my full-time job, so I be having to squeeze this in there. Okay, and sometimes I have the videos, I just be needing to get the time in to do the voiceover part, you know. But yes, here we are. I added butter and I added sour cream. Now we're gonna start adding cheese. I added the cheese and I added some of this soul food seasoning that I got from Midtown Fresh here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Yes, I got it from there. I like that soul food seasoning. Okay, I think it's by, like, I forgot what the something Supreme is what the brand is, but it's I think I'm gonna show it actually at some point in this video. I think I'm gonna show you what it looked like. But I also did use the soul food seasoning in my collard green video, so if you haven't seen that, that's my last video I uploaded on here. Go look at that. Okay, I did use the soul food seasoning for that because it's very much a all-purpose type of seasoning. If you don't have that, just use the all-purpose seasoning. Okay, so I just kept adding cheese until I just felt like it was enough cheese. Okay, but that's why I emphasize doing this as soon as you drain the noodles, because it can still be, you know, the cheese can kind of melt while you're doing this. But you see, mine's not melting because it was cold. The noodles was cold, pretty much. So then I added 1 can of cream of mushroom. Okay, that is optional. It's optional, but I seen a few recipes and I just was curious on the taste, and I'm gonna try it again one more time with another mac and cheese recipe, just to see if I really do like it, like just switching up the cheeses and all that. So this wasn't bad. Okay, it's cream of mushroom. Okay, mushroom don't really taste like nothing. So I liked it. It just added a little bit more creaminess to me, honestly. But like I said, it's optional. If you don't want to add that, you don't have to. Because I've heard of people adding cream of chicken and cream of mushroom to their, not both, but either one to their mac and cheese. So you just do what you want, okay? I added 1 can of evaporated milk. Okay, just one. But I also will be adding some low-fat milk. Okay, because I should have actually grabbed another can of evaporated milk. I don't know why I did. It was a lot. You know, during the holidays, the shopping is hectic, and I just be wanting to get in and out. Okay, so I grabbed what I could, and I always have milk, though, so that wasn't no problem. But 2 cans of evaporated milk will get you right. Then I added 1 egg, optional also. But, you know, I'm showing you what I did. I'm just showing you what I did. That's what I'm doing. So I just added that egg, added a little bit of milk, because I wanted this to get just a little bit more. I needed it wet. I needed the consistency a little bit more wet. So once I added more, everything I added more to, hold on. How do I say this? Okay, let's rewind that. So every time I added milk, I added more cheese and I added more seasoning. Okay, because the only seasoning I pretty much used was that soul food seasoning, and it's literally called soul food seasoning. And you can pretty much, I find these seasonings, that's the only Midtown in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's the only place I could find that seasoning. At Midtown Fresh, only place. I haven't seen it nowhere else, but I'm sure it's another place. I'll say hood stores in the black communities. Go the nearest hood stores, like they have that. They usually have it. Even at Park Street Market here in Kalamazoo, they have it too. They got that brand, okay? So once I got it to this consistency, and I'm just doing this until it's at the consistency that I like. A consistency that I'm satisfied with. So I just added more of the soul food seasoning, and I added some adobo. Those are the only 2. I'm just adding a little bit at a time. You know, of course, you can taste it, okay? Everything got to be taste, okay? Because if you out here cooking and you ain't tasting what you making before you serve it, I don't even know what you're doing, because we not doing that. Okay, taste everything before you serve it to anybody. This is your creation. Okay, make sure it's right. Season to taste. Because you don't even got to use the seasoning that I'm using. But those are only 2 that I did. And since both of them are, you know, on the salty side, that's why I said I just did a little bit at a time. You taste it a little bit at a time so you don't over season. Okay? So then, I'm adding everything to my cast iron, my heavily buttered cast iron. Okay? This is the consistency I wanted. And I just add everything in, and I'm going to top the whole thing with cheese. Okay? Then we're going to put this in the oven on 375. 375. You know what? You could do 375. I'm gonna say optional because I did turn the heat up. So I did 375 for like 20 minutes. And then I cranked the heat up to 400 just until I got the cheese like melted, like with that, not burnt, but like kind of crispy. Like kind of, you know, I like a nice crisp to my cheese, to my baked mac and cheeses. So I just got a nice little crisp on there, a little burn, you know. So 375 for 20 minutes, and then I cranked the heat up to 400 until the top was crispy and bubbly. Like this. Wait, no, not like this. Wrong clip. Like this. You see that? I like a nice little burn, those little burn specks. I love that. I love it. This was delicious, okay? This was delicious. You could always make mac and cheese. That could always be something you could bring to something. Try it. Just make sure you make it first. If you ain't never made mac and cheese, you gotta try it at home first before you serve it to anybody else, okay? So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be back.